Good evening, everybody. I'm pretty sure there's a little goblin that's in our chat right now. Hi, Shiny. How's everybody doing? Hmm. Okay, I can consider that part of the startup anyway. Just finishing up the last of my dinner. And since our little Octoling goblin friend here is being quiet, I'm going to assume she's in the middle of something. Yeah. Oh, it's a goblin now.
Didn't think I was muted. Right? Universal is getting a new theme park.
That makes sense.
Yep. Called Epic Universe. That's where Nintendo Land's gonna be.
What, in Florida or?
In Florida, yeah.
That makes sense.
I need a tiny brush.
Ah.
There we go. Hey, I can do eyes properly.
Okay, there we go. This will be the first paint stream with the new model, so this will be fun.
Yeah. You're gonna do great, Nolly.
We've done like 2 or 3 streams now with this model, so it's like,
Yeah.
that's shit you box.
Okay, I'm just gonna work on the small one because my handle doesn't want to hold the large one.
Yes, I know the camera's locked. That's not the camera, though. Thank you. Alright, need a new rag for the brushes. Alright. it's all set up on our for. I forgot one thing.
What'd you forget?
Me.
Oh.
And I gotta fix all that. So. There we go. Yep, alright. I might need to make myself a little smaller. There, we'll put me here. No, I'm clicking on Barry. There. Oh, nope. Not me. And there you go. There, that works better.
Yep.
Because I still enough room to see the rest of the screen. To see the rest of the paint disc. I think the one thing I wish is that the wings were toggleable, but that's a modification for later. Because if not, yeah. Alright, did you get to... So how much of the new model have you gotten to see?
It's zombie mode, is all I've seen so far.
Uh-huh. There's only really like 4 emotes. Well, there's 5 if you count when I do 2 of them together. Well, toggle, sorry. So we've got blush, heart eyes, zombie mode. But then if you take blush and heart eyes, yeah, it's a very basic model right now. I've already got plans to, when I know her commissions are back open, have her add a couple more toggles and things. Well, I need to get potentially a new outfit soon.
Yeah.
Because of Twitch. Being Twitch.
Which is the unfortunate thing about being on this platform.
Yeah. So, the problem with it is, and I already have a feeling I know what it is, but Twitch is never going to admit this is what it is. They're just going to blame everything else but their investors. I'm pretty sure what's happening is their investors are looking on their Twitch streams and they see these scantily clad anime girls. Even though they're marked 18 plus and everything else, they're just like, how dare you have these, how dare you have this stuff to where children can see it? Because these are old guys who think cartoons are only for kids.
Yeah.
Like I said, they're going to say everything else. They're going to be like, no, we've seen an uptick in like people like abusing the system and blah, 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 blah. It's like, okay, maybe you're right. But here's the problem. It's like, if that's the case, then why are you allowing literally somebody who is getting off on Twitch? Like, you don't see anything, but you know what's happening. Why does she only get 7 days, but somebody who accidentally sets off their not safe for work toggle gets an indefinite... I mean, and a VTuber accidentally sets off a not safe for work toggle, they get an indefinite ban. And it basically takes the entire internet yelling at you to unban them. But the person who was getting excited with her boyfriend gets 7 days. Oh, but apparently if I were to upload this model to VRChat, this model will be perfectly fine. If I were to upload my Vroid, sorry.
Yeah.
If I were to upload to VRChat, that's perfectly fine now too. Which, that just tells me one of their investors is investing in a ton of virtual reality stuff right now, so they want to make sure VRChat gets pushed.
Yeah.
It's like, oh crap, we have an investor who's really invested in VRChat stuff. We better start making sure that VRChat stuff does, like, shows up all over the place on here so more people play it.
Pretty much.
What you doing?
I put a wrong color on a wrong area.
Paint it white or black, then go back over.
Yep, pretty much.
But yeah, that's my whole... That's pretty much all I really can say on what's going on, because until Twitch or somebody high up enough explains what the hell's actually going on, so we can kind of get a general idea of what they're thinking. Because they keep flip-flopping so much on their, like, rules and stuff. The main funny thing is I already know a certain somebody who's doing a interview with the CEO soon. They're not going to be able to ask any of the questions that Twitter is actually asking them to ask.
That doesn't surprise me none.
Well, you're not going to be the CEO of a company and just allow them to bombard you with, like, actual questions like that.
Yeah.
There's going to be, like, a pre-screening where the people who are organizing this meeting are going to be like, you can talk about this, you can talk, but you can't talk about this. You can mention this, but only if you mention this. That's why I'm pretty sure everybody who's like, oh, this person's about to have an interview with this person, I'm like, it's not going to be what you guys think it is. This is going to be, if anything, them talking about their brand and how it helps content creators on Twitch grow better. And asking questions related to, like, sponsorships and stuff.
Yeah. Them diverting away from the actual problem.
Well, they're not going to be allowed to actually ask about the actual problem. There's meetings like this, there is going to be, like, a long list of things that they will be able to ask. And things that they can't talk about.
Yeah.
Like, she's going to have somebody whispering in her ear going, ask about this, talk about this. Because the minute they ask about anything like, oh, how come VTubers are more likely to get banned than IRL streamers or VRChat streamers, that freaking meeting is gonna, that meeting will be over in like 5 seconds.
Yeah.
Because CEOs don't want to get embarrassed in front of people, especially if they know investors are going to see it.
Pretty much. Capitalism.
Oh, trust me, if it wasn't for the fact that VTubers right now are super popular because of Iron Mouse, I'm pretty sure Twitch would be outright just banning any VTuber they can to keep the investors happy. Because of course everybody's like, oh, it's Twitch who's anti-VTuber. I'm like, it's not Twitch. Twitch doesn't give 2 cares. it's more than likely an investor who went, I don't like seeing sexy women where kids could potentially sexy cartoon characters where people can see them. So instead of making categories for just VTubers so that they can filter it that way, they would rather just like ban a certain number of them. Because why fix the algorithm? Why try and fix the algorithm when we can just use it to our advantage?
Pretty much.
Although I will say this, now that Iron Mouse has become like the #1 like subscribed to Twitch streamer, we might start slowly seeing them change things. Because more than likely the policy that just got pushed with the whole you can't show bare hips, that feels like it's one of those things that probably was just like down the... That doesn't feel like it was a lot of times things like these policy changes were probably something happened like 3 or 4 months ago that caused problems, and it's just now they're only finally acknowledging it. This isn't like when they accidentally basically allowed tasteful nudity on here and then immediately backtracked it going, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. That was one of those things where they were probably going to implement it. They were probably already working on implementing it. And then they saw how fast people abused it and they're like, oh crap, oh crap, oh crap, oh crap, oh crap. By the way, we are painting up one of the 5 Ronin miniatures from this month, because all of them are kind of actually worth painting.
Put something in, show me your minis, by the way, Mommy.
Alright, 1 second. Ooh, very nice. But yeah. Really, I just know it's one of those things with Twitch where it's just like CEO's got a bunch of investors all getting pissed off, calling, going, why are you allowing this? Blah, 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 blah. So instead of like sitting down with the investors and basically having a whole explanation on what VTubing is and explain to them, it's like, no, these are people basically using like, these are people basically playing with Muppets. Because that's the only logical thing that makes sense at this point. Everybody trying to go, oh, Twitch hates VTubers or blah, blah, blah. It's like, if Twitch hates VTubers, they wouldn't have allowed Iron Mouse to become the #1 subscribed person. The person I'm talking about with their interview, Shy Lily, they wouldn't be allowing her to have an interview with the CEO.
Yeah.
If they really hated VTubers, they would ignore the crap out of us and just ban us anytime one of us tried to like VTube or anything. Anytime we tried to stream on here.
Yeah, and that's also why they're losing a bunch of people to Kick.
No, they're not. Kick is one of those things where it's like, it seems like they're losing a lot, but the problem is every time... I haven't seen enough of an uptick in people going to Kick to be able to go, yeah, there's people using Kick. I think a lot more people are multi-streaming to it than anything, just to see what happens. Because Kick, first off, Amazon's still getting your money with Kick.
Yeah.
So it's not like you're getting away from Amazon and using like a full, like, a separate party thing. Amazon still gets your money in some way, shape, or form when you're using Kick. Also, the fact that they're just stolen Twitch code, that they've just kind of modified a little bit so that they can't get sued. It's like, so basically their algorithm can do the same thing this is what Twitch's is doing. If they so choose to. Plus, the amount of scumbag people I've seen on Twitch, there's a lot of people who are like, on Kick, compared to Twitch lately, I'm like, do I really want to be associated with that?
Yeah.
There's the kid who was texting and driving a Maserati, slams it, accidentally, while it's raining, slams into a wall, and while his friend is bleeding from his forehead, goes, keep recording, this is content. It's like, dude, you just crashed a $500,000 car, and you're more worried about the content than making sure your friend doesn't have a brain injury. And this was like somebody who, I think they were famous on Twitch, got banned for being stupid here on Twitch. And they went over to Kick where they can get away with being a douchebag like that. Kick is not the solution, but it is at least a threat. I would say YouTube is probably the closest to an actual like solution, but the problem is nothing's going to change when YouTube starts doing the same stuff that they're doing that happens over here.
Yeah.
And the problem is, anything else that's around is either too specialized, like Pictario. Pictario is if I was doing more like actual like hand drawing art.
Yeah.
Or like doing more of like the Blender stuff. Obviously Blue Twitch, aka Fansly. That's more... That's probably the only like potential I could see of like doing that one, because that one's there's a lot more leeway over there. Well, there's only a lot more leeway right now because it's not as big. The minute it starts getting big, it starts have to actually answering like regulations and stuff. Because that's one of the things everybody hates about with YouTube and Twitch when they start getting really big. Hey, they now have to start following like FCC rules. It's like, because you allowed it to get so big so quick. When you have big name bands performing music here on like virtual concerts and stuff, you have to follow annoyingly regulations. And that's what's going to inevitably happen with whoever becomes a replacement for Twitch. Because it's not a question of if there's going to be a replacement for Twitch, it's a question of when.
Yeah.
Kick right now seems like it is, only because it's got the momentum behind it. But Kick, I feel like, is like one day away from finding out one of the owners is money laundering something.
Which is entirely possible.
The fact that I think one of them did get in trouble for like gambling or money laundering before, but they couldn't prove he was actually doing it. Yeah. Like I said, I feel Twitch is not I feel Kick is not the main solution to the problem. It's a threat, and as long as it's a threat, that's a good thing for Twitch.
Yeah, it has actually something to compete with.
Yeah. Because YouTube, it's like, yeah, YouTube you can stream on, cool. I don't ever see YouTube ever fully embracing the streamer culture.
No.
Because they would rather have their short and normal form content. They should be focusing on being a TikTok competitor. And like allowing as much freedom as TikTok technically allows. That's a hit or miss thing if you've seen enough TikToks. And we're not even going to talk about Instagram. And now that we've scared off all the people who are here who are worried this is going to turn to politics, how was your weekend? How was your couple of last weeks? I haven't heard from you in a bit.
Busy.
I'm betting I'm only going to see one person in stream too if I look over, because I don't keep my numbers up anymore. Wow, surprisingly there's actually several people here. Hi lurkers, how y'all doing?
Heyo.
Lady Bellavor, good God. I'm not even going to say what I just saw, but apparently she's a werewolf hunter. I mean, depending on how well she's doing as a werewolf hunter is up for debate. Like, I was trying to see if I could find anything to kind of like I was trying to see if there was anything like interesting. Apparently we are getting a Splatoween. When are we getting it? Oh, so literally the weekend. What did you send? Alright, fine. I could have shown it on Discord, but cute. And then Splatoween is literally the weekend before Halloween. Okay. Alright, so when are we expecting them to announce Splatoon 4? Shiny.
July of the Switch 2's launch. They're not going to make the default Switch on game. It's going to be a launch title with the new Switch.
I don't see it being a launch. Well, maybe.
And you know they're going to sell a Splatoon 4 Switch.
Well, yeah, they're gonna. Well, any of the big, almost any mainline Nintendo game gets that now.
Yeah.
And with how well the Splatoon 1 and the Animal Crossing 1 sold. Okay, I'm gonna go grab my lighter because.
Yeah, I do agree with Scott Falco on how this game doesn't feel like a true sequel. It feels like an early access to what the game could be.
Oh yeah, no, this game always felt like it was one of those things where they just didn't really want to put the effort into it. this game always felt like it's like, okay, it's starting to turn into the Call of Duty situation of we're just gonna take the same game, give it a slight upgraded graphics, maybe add some interesting mechanics or remove some mechanics, and then add them in a future update.
Yeah. I wonder how Grand Fest is gonna have to have a story though. This team passed one. So I'm wondering if we're just gonna get the old Inkopolis 1 Plaza, but it's just the Squid Sisters and...
Honestly, I could almost picture a remake of Splatoon 1.
Yeah.
But with all the stuff from Splatoon 2 and 3 added to it.
Yeah.
Because that could very easily be what they do instead of like proper like sequel. It's like no. The release, the game that's going to come out on the Switch, the first of the Splatoon games that's going to come out on the Switch is going to be a remake of 1, but with like all 3 games story, because all 3 games stories are kind of short.
Yeah.
Like call it Splatoon Deluxe or something like that.
Yeah.
And then they'll come out with Splatoon 4.
Yeah.
Because if it's coming out, because if the Switch 2 is coming out as early as people are thinking, which is sometime next year, it would just be smarter just to take the Splatoon 1 and 2 games stuff, put them into Splatoon 3's engine, and just release it as like Splatoon Ultimate.
Yeah.
Or like Ultimate Splatoon or yeah. I don't know what they'd call it, like Splatter Edition or something like that.
Yeah.
Because more than likely, so this is the thing, I almost feel like because the fact that Squid Sisters won, I almost feel like because the Squid Sisters won, this might have been a rigged one.
Yeah.
Because we've always kind of discussed this. I feel like the story, there's always a plot they want to go with, and I almost feel like when they have an idea for a plot and they're not sure what's going to happen, because with how fast Splatoon 2 to 3 came out,
Yeah.
I highly doubt they were building the game that fast. I'm pretty sure they had a story mode in plant, an idea, but they had to go, okay, crap, we have to make sure all of our stuff reflects that.
Yeah.
Because the confidence that Deep Cut has from when you watch the first Splatfest, where they watched Big Man perform and they would jump and get startled, and now when he does his solo during the Splatfest song, they all get into it when he starts singing.
Yeah.
That shows me that there's character growth that they were having. It's just we never really got to see this character growth like we did
With Pearl and Marina.
And the main problem with that is because you can technically skip. You can technically skip the stuff that they would normally be talking with.
Yeah.
Alright, where's my lighter? Because I have to wait for this stuff to dry so we can do the next 2 layers. So I might as well do my, getting my cards ready to send people.
Oh yeah, thank you for the Halloween card. It was really nice.
You're welcome. Like I've been saying, I need to finally start sitting down and figuring out if I want to actually do that Patreon where... Because honestly, with the fact that subscribers are going up in price, I would almost rather do something like this where it's like, hey, I'm going to start a Patreon for $1 a month. You get access. So what I'm planning to do when I say everybody gets access to the Discord server, everybody who is currently in the Discord server retroactively is going to get all the benefits of Patreon.
Yeah.
But like there might be like some Patreon exclusive stuff where it's like it's only going to post it over on Patreon. Just to kind of like make it even for everybody. Like if I add like a Patreon exclusive chat, you guys who are already in the Discord are going to have access to it. Anybody who plays Minecraft that's already a part of this Discord server, if I do go with making a Minecraft server, they're going to get access to the server.
At some point, we need to have a Minecraft server, Nami, and you can jump in the ropes, because I have it on Switch.
I don't think we can crossplay.
Oh, okay.
Because it was going to be a Java server. I think in Bedrock Edition we can. I don't know. Minecraft's weird that way now, because I think Bedrock and Java you can kind of play together. I think now if you buy the Bedrock Edition, you get Java also. You just have to select it when you're booting up. At least when you're on PC. To be fair, if we're starting like a community server, it's going to be one of those servers where I might have to like sit down and put like a bunch of like mods in where it's like you have to claim land before you can destroy it, sort of thing. Before you can just start breaking it and stuff, because I already picture like if I don't, that would just be troll out of troll.
Yeah.
But yeah, for the Patreon server, you get access to the Discord server and a Minecraft server. I think $5 is going to be access to early YouTube, like early access to like YouTube videos or like behind the scenes stuff. Because I am planning to start next year making more like YouTube exclusive stuff. But also debating on if that's going to be the Postcard Club also.
Yeah.
Because for $5 a month, I better make for $5 a month, that's like, okay. We'll see about that. What'll probably happen is the Postcard Club will start as a quarterly thing, and quarterly and birthdays.
Yeah.
Maybe a holiday. Maybe a Christmas card too.
Yeah.
So there's a potential you could be getting 3 cards in 1 quarter. But if like enough people subscribe to it, then it's like, okay, now it'll turn into like a 3-month one or like a monthly one.
Yeah.
And if it turns into a monthly one, that's where it's basically I'm just paying an artist each month to basically make a cool, to basically be like a sponsored art for the Patreon.
Yeah.
And then a $10 tier will be the spicy versions. Because basically what the Postcard Club is, it's actually an excuse to be like a mini print club.
Yeah.
That's why I'm debating on it being the $5 tier or doing a $10 and a $15 tier.
Yeah. Well, it's up to you. It's your channel.
Well, that's the thing with the postcards. That's where it's like, if I'm making the postcards myself, I have to buy a printer that will make high quality prints, printing them out myself. If not, I gotta go pay somebody to make these, wait for them to get delivered, hope they do get delivered on time, buy enough stamps to send them out, because that's the problem, is like stamps are now going to become like a thing.
Yeah.
Because it's either that or I have to envelope them and and buy postage that way.
Which isn't gonna be fun.
Oh, that's a bulk order purchase.
Oh.
Where I just buy prepaid stamps and then I just buy prepaid postage and envelopes. And just buy a ton of manila envelopes and just buy pre-postage stamp. Pre-postage, and then I just print on the pre-postage.
Okay, makes sense.
Well, I would end up buying one of those receipt printers that's meant for printing out that kind of postage.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, buying stacks of this is going to get expensive really quick. I just coincidentally had a fresh sheet of stamps on me. Because I think this was... I think this is about... Yeah, because it was like 30 bucks altogether. This is like 30 bucks in stamps, these two sheets, and one of these is not even going to get used, it's going to get framed. Because it's the Dungeons and Dragons one. So, if I wanted to postage them that way, that's going to get expensive really quickly. Whereas if I do the thing where I buy prepaid postage rolls or whatever and print on them,
yeah,
I gotta see how that all works. Because I'm sure there's like some business thing I can sign up for with USPS.
Yeah, which is entirely feasible.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised if it's like you can buy rolls of pre-postage stamps and then all you're doing is you're printing the pre-postage out. Because then I just buy a little receipt printer that prints on them. And then postcards are just basically, okay, we just put them on an envelope. If you're a part of the Spicy Club, both cards just get put in the same thing. But I do think having an actual postcard show it might be fun too. I don't know. Hi, Jack.
Hello. Hey, Jack.
But I keep talking about this because I kind of want to just generate some hype and see what people think. The problem is when it's just the same normal people reacting, it's like, okay, fine. We were talking about the potential Patreon ideas.
Yeah.
Because with the fact that Twitch is going up $2... Yeah, it's gone from $5.99 to $7.99 a subscriber. I want it to be if you want to subscribe here on Twitch, it's because you want to subscribe. Not because I'm going to be like, oh, I'm going to do like exclusive subscriber only content. My mentality is it's like with subscriber stuff, that has to be there's enough people warranted that it's like, hey, you're all kind of here paying for this. We kind of need to reward you guys for doing it.
$7, $8?
Yes.
Are you kidding me?
Yes, $8 a month. Sorry, no, $7.99 a month because you're saving that 1 cent.
Oh, no, I bet it goes straight to $8.
Oh, it's gonna literally be after taxes $8, or probably like $8.02.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Well,
I already know that's the BS answer because it's like that's exactly what Twitch would do.
It's no, that's what any person would do.
Well, okay, so I think a lot of times I think it's still gonna say $6.99 or something. Well, $7.99 on your receipt when you get it. But like in the long term, it's just like, oh look, it's like, yeah. It's like, how can we get more people to subscribe? Make it cheaper. Make it cheaper.
No, it's not.
You literally want to make it. You literally want to make people. You want to encourage more subscribers and more people to use. Actually, what they're probably doing is they're trying to get you to pay Turbo.
So they're gonna make it where Turbo is less than subscribing in the long run.
Oh, well, because Turbo is the same as subscribing, but you're not giving the money. So when you're subscribing, I get a big portion of it. I get like a quarter of it or like half of it. No, I get so with $5.99, I get $2, give or take. So what happens is with Turbo, instead of getting that $2 from every person who subscribes, I now get probably less ad revenue for people who are skipping Turbo ads, who are using Turbo to skip ads. I'm still getting. It's like YouTube Red situation, where you're still making money for the people viewing your stuff, but it's like the way it works is like, oh, you're getting paid for the average number of ads that person would have watched instead of, oh, this person watched 10 ads, so you're gonna get like 10 cents.
So instead, it's like,
Oh, this person in theory only watched like 5 ads, so you're only gonna get like 5 cents.
so basically, it's an say how many. Basically, it's an excuse for them to award how much they want to award.
Yep, that's why That's why I think Turbo is BS, because it's like, oh, so basically you're just taking money away from content creators while using it as an excuse to block the ads instead of just making it to where you play less ads and encourage more and make subscribers cheaper by encouraging more people to subscribe. Because they're trying to do the YouTube Red thing.
Which Turbo? 15.
That's all. But the thing is, at least YouTube Red, as much as I hate paying for it, it actually does pay for itself. Because of how many fucking ads there are on YouTube now.
No. Yeah.
Because also, I don't feel like every 6 months trying to find a new ad blocker. Because they finally
Also,
killed
this
my
is
ad blocker.
Well, this is the only thing I'm going to say about this. But I hate that they made ads unskippable. And that's the only thing I'm going to say.
They did what?
They made the political ads unskippable.
That's just more nobody likes seeing them, so it's just like, yeah, fuck it.
Mm.
Most of the time, local ads aren't going to sway anybody's vote, and in fact, if anything, they've actually been proven to do the exact opposite with younger people.
Mm.
And her chariot's turning back into a pumpkin. Alright, let me go grab my... I was going to do some cards up real quick while I wait for this to finish drying, because I just felt something bend that shouldn't bend. Alright, need to go get my little lighter so I can do my wax seal stuff. And probably one more wax.
Okay.
Oh, take your time then. My mom's about to do something weird anyway.
Hmm?
Bye-bye.
I can't tell if I'm talking.
Could've sworn I had some there.
Hey, Shiny. How was your day? Oh, wait. No, I just realized. Shiny's gone.
Okay, where did my lighter go?
Totally not in my hands.
I had one in here. Where did it go? No, it's like a simple candle lighter. Found it. It was weirdly in the...
Dang it, I
For some
thought I
reason it
hit
was in
it
the
well.
bathroom. I don't know why.
I thought I hit it well. Dang.
I don't know why it was in there, but it was. Hey, thank you. Why is everything a mess in here? Right, because I'm a dumbass and I keep forgetting to clean.
Your room's not messy, it just has care.
Here. Why did my bottle do this? Nah. I swear it's like my soul leaves my body every time I do like a weird movement like the...
What?
Every time my model like just disappears like that, where it's just like, It's like my soul leaving my body like,
Still having a spaz attack.
I might have to take this glove off to be safe. Yeah, I figure this will be like, this is kind of my way of like adding other like art things to the stream, is showing off how I do the cards. Because this also, if we do the postcard club, might be another cool thing. Instead of like sending them as actual postcards, we wax seal the envelopes. Because then we can make like a whole stream of like signing them and like wax sealing the cards or whatever. Like once a month.
Pretty cool.
Hmm?
There are some pretty cool wax seals.
What?
There are some pretty cool wax seals, though.
So, this is one I just got, if you look at stream.
Mm-hmm.
It's a dragon. If you commission me, and I give you a receipt, this is mine. And then I have my original two, which are just kind of like these royal embroidery kind of ones. I just don't have them in here right now. Because I wanted to play with the dragon one more. Because this one somebody bought me for my birthday. But yeah, this is also how fast you can do it, is I just put that on while it's cooling. But yeah, I think what I'll eventually do, if this actually starts getting popular enough, if I do go with the Patreon and it gets popular enough, and I do actually do this where I wax seal certain ones, like, I don't think every month would be wax sealed. I think it would be like holiday and birthday ones would get wax sealed. Because, yeah, I think it would be best to have, like, special holiday ones. So, like, obviously Christmas would have a special one. Halloween would have a special one. The problem is those are both in the same quarter, so I don't know if I would actually do it.
And plus, people see it so close together.
Well, that's the thing. It's like, if I did monthly, it would have to be one of those things where if I'm doing monthly ones, then that would be doing the holiday ones. If I'm doing quarterly, that's a different situation. But these are personal cards I'm sending out to friends and family. Hence why you're not actually seeing the names or anything on them.
Oh yeah, that would not be good.
Although, to be fair, in this situation, these three are nicknames.
Full.
So you still wouldn't know who they are. But yeah, it's like, how much did you hear about that conversation before you jumped in? About like what the different tiers would be. Jack.
Actually, no.
So what I was saying to Shiny before she disappeared, the $1 tier was going to get you access to the Discord server and a Minecraft server eventually. So that's basically what that would be for. And then the $5 tier would be for YouTube exclusive, for like behind the scenes and early access videos for YouTube and anywhere else. So, say, like, I have a special video coming out on, like, I think to be safe, we're not going to use this one while I've got gloves on. So this one gets a little bit longer to live. But that does mean we get to start a new one, and I get to do some weird, cool patterns.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I should have clipped this one, so I gotta wait for this to burn a little bit. But starting with fresh ones mean you guys get to see how, like, the fresh stuff works. Because this is another trick that people will do, is they'll use two different waxes to do, like, some cool effects. Now, there's also what I would probably end up doing. I would probably start batch making these, because what you can do with wax seals, what I would actually probably end up doing is I'd buy, like, instead of doing the candle trick I'm doing right now, I'd probably buy a wax melter. So what you can do is you can buy this little thing where it's a little candle inside and it's a little scoop thing. I would just buy the wax that they use for these wax seals. You can buy them in cubes without a wick in them. And what I would do is I would just, like, get, like, a silicone sheet or something. Make, like, a bunch of these up all at once. And then, because you've made a bunch of batch ones, all you have to do is, like, lightly heat them up underneath. And then, ta-da, you've got a bunch of wax seals. You just lightly reheat them. You just lightly put a little bit of heat under them, and then they'll reattach. Or even just glue them on.
Oh. Nice.
But I would probably end up getting, like, 3 or 4 more of these, or get, like, a proper, like, symbol one and get, like, 4 of them made and just go stamp, 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 stamp. Like, pour, 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 stamp, pour, 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 stamp. Well, it didn't do what I was hoping, but it was kind of an interesting effect. I was hoping the dragon was going to get more of the gold squished into it, but then the rest would be a different thing. Because another thing I can do, funny enough, now I can slowly use this to get back into mini painting. I think we're going to use a different dry brusher for this, a smaller one in fact. Although these ones are gold enough already. Actually, if we're going to do that gold, where's the good gold?
Where's good gold?
Well, no, there's my default go-to-it gold, because it's, like, the best gold. Where's my retributor? Do not tell me I ran out of retributor. There it is. Wait. Do I have it? Please tell me you maybe still have some in you, because this might be a better way to do it. Ta-da!
mean,
Hmm.
it worked.
Yeah, I did. I knew this was I knew this was gonna work. Oh, that still looks good. Well, I'm glad you're happy to see me too, monster. Yeah, this is overkill and you don't necessarily need to do what I'm doing. So for those of you who are mini painting, this Deco Color Premium Gold Pen, it's an oil-based pen, paint pen, but it does some of the best gold It does some of the best gold I like to do every once in a while. Because I will use this thing for like highlighting stuff sometimes. Great, now everything's gonna smell like Monster for the next couple of days. Actually, worse, it's gonna smell like Monster Hard.
Did
Yeah.
you get the Monster Beast?
Yes.
How does it taste?
It tastes like a monster, but with like a little bit of an alcohol aftertaste.
That's it?
Yeah. I've had one before. A roommate saw they were on sale at our little local shop next door. We have a little bodega next to us. That's the better way to describe it. It's a little pit stop. It's one of those little mom and pop ran just convenience stores where you can tell they just bought something from like a big box store and they're selling it in like smaller bulk. Seriously, their freezer has like the Costco chicken bake, the take home Costco chicken bakes in it, and I was like, somebody's got the executive card, I see.
I guess that went really.
You sounded like you were burping that whole thing.
How?
Because all I hear went. So the problem is, we need to figure out what's up with your mic, because when you're talking, sometimes it just sounds like you're just mumbling into the mic.
Problem isn't that. That's the problem.
All I heard is that something isn't that's the problem.
The problem is his head. Like,
Yeah, that's your first problem.
yeah, I know. And the only way you
A
can
snowball,
really hear
which
me-
is what I'm using, is better than those. And a snowball is the thing that is hated by every voice actor ever. They have too much gain on them, and you can't control that.
Okay. You know,
Because-
the only way. You can...
That's
Wait,
why
no. What?
I can be from over here, and it sounds pretty much like I'm still nearby.
Okay, show off. Hey.
Yeah, snowballs suck. Says the person using a snowball.
I'm gonna tell them why snowballs are way better, but snowballs suck. They
Okay, so here's the thing. Any USB-based mic, like what I'm using, sucks. But they are still leagues better than the headphone mics. Because those headphone mics are like the cheapest, crappiest mic they can stick in there. There's some that have good ones.
Yeah.
There's some that have good ones. But you have to pay
I'm
extra for
using
those.
Skull Candy. I have a $49 Skull Candy.
So you're probably actually using a $10 headset. So this is the problem.
Is that-
Skull Candy, Beats, a lot of the big names like that. You're paying for the logo. Beats suck. Hell, even my razors, I probably paid too much for, and I bought the Razer Krakens. Actually, I can't say that because these things actually do some when I actually can find the software for these things and they work right. Oh dear God, these things are like having a full 360. Like the test thing when I first got these, it's a helicopter that flies around your head, and it's like you'll hear it right in front of you, then it takes off, and you hear it like you don't hear it in one ear, but you kind of hear it in another ear, and then you hear it directly in your ear. Then you kind of hear it behind you, then you hear it directly behind you, then your other ear starts to hear it, and it's this weird 360 effect, and it's like, holy crap.
Nah.
The problem is, they don't make the Kraken without a microphone anymore.
So you have to just...
Oh, well, so you can buy it, and I would just, if it's got a physical cord like this cord here, if you're looking at my screen, this cord is going into this cord is technically a microphone for a different device. Switch. Hi, Rajanka. So this cord here is a mic. If it's this kind of microphone cable for these headphones, I just don't plug that microphone in. If it's a USB one, I have to disable it everywhere. And that sucks. Now, here's the thing. You can get a really high quality, recording voice for cheap, like $15-20. The problem is you gotta buy a condenser. Or is it an amplifier or a condenser? It's probably a condenser. Because it's the kind that uses like an actual mic jack and not a 3.5 mil cord. That's what this is called. This is a 3.5 mil. The traditional headphone jack. Funny thing is, this thing actually has a high data transfer rate.
The day that I get a good
Well,
the day I get a computer will be nice.
welcome back, Shiny.
Thank you.
Oh, hey, Shiny.
Did everything decide to disappear on me today?
Ain't that just love?
Well, no, now I can't find the little water bottle I always had.
I think Shiny took it.
It's like I already have one goblin in front of me.
Well, better than being a Mon Goblin.
No.
Yeah, damn. I thought Jack would at least go for it.
Jack's 19.
Go
He's heard enough
for
Mind
what?
Goblin jokes and these nuts jokes.
Yeah. You
The trick is to get him
have
with the
not
Yo Mama
believed-
joke. 'Cause he probably hasn't heard enough of those.
You know, there was a channel that was literally titled Yo Mama,
Mm-hmm.
and it's non-stop Yo Mama joke.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've heard the
Well, the good build-ups to one are almost like the D's nuts jokes and any of the other ones. But the thing is, I think I've gotten chat with one of those ones. I know Lurkus tried a few times where I'm just like, no, I'm not going to suck on these nuts. And he's like, no, I wasn't trying to do one of those. I'm like, you were, but I caught you on it. So you're like, no, I wasn't trying to do that. Mm-hmm.
trying to backpedal so fast.
It's like, sweetie, I don't have enough people in chat to make me get confused. So I have time to process what you said. If we had, like, so I'm pointing where I can see chat. If this chat was going, yeah, you could probably get me with a D's nuts joke. When the only thing that's really popping in chat is my Spotify playlist.
And weeds occasionally.
Yeah. And Rajanka occasionally.
And Chuck. And Lorca. Either way.
Listen, I love
Yeah,
my
I get what
lurkers.
you mean.
But my lurkers are adorable. I'm just saying, if you want to get me with a D's nuts joke, start saying so much that I'm not paying attention to what you say.
Or say something so outlandish you have no choice but to not pay attention to what they say.
That's pretty much it. You have to get me. You have to just. That's how you get like those the bigger streamers with those jokes. Is because they're like watching their stream just blast by. They're like, wait, what did you say? And then there's Fillion, who just automatically falls for them.
Philly is a different breed when it comes to that.
Then again, Fillion would also believe in, hey, what's that say on the roof?
Yeah.
I didn't set up the full joke.
Mm.
To be fair, that's one of those ones where you have to be standing in front of someone going, oh, hey, it says gullible on the roof. What?
I've seen Cyber do that one.
Oh,
I've seen it
Philly,
done.
you sweet summer child.
You both like talked over each other. Twice. What was that, Shiny?
I said I've seen a guy called Cyberchimp use that.
Oh, Cyberchimp? Yeah, Cyberchimp also makes a few of the good troll. I think a few of the good troll VR chat models. If it's the guy I'm thinking of.
Yeah. There's like 3 guys that do that. It's like Chimp, Lolafon, and one other person. Can't remember their name.
Yeah, I just know Chimp's Chimp's one of those ones who's got a ton of like either he commissions people to make his troll ones or he makes them himself.
Yeah.
Because he'll have like memes within like a few days, like good functioning meme ones. It's like it's weird how fast they'll get them made. It's like, were you planning this? I think within a couple of days he had the Hawk Tool joke attached to somebody. Attached to something.
It wouldn't surprise me none.
Well, I don't watch him all the time. Just every once in a while it's just like, oh hey, the troll guy's on. Oh, pfft. really need to talk to your buddy about finally making a model, but I keep pushing it down. I keep pushing it off. This model I paid a lot of money for. Well, I paid a lot of money for what I can pay for stuff right now. But
Like, have you just been tweaking it ever so slightly?
what, this model that I'm using?
Yeah.
No, so the Vroid I've been tweaking ever so slightly, which not much, because I got to a certain point where I'm just like, there's only so much tweaking I can do before I just need somebody who actually knows how to edit Vroid assets to do it for me.
Yeah.
And I was almost to that point where it's just like, okay, there's only so much I can do before I need somebody to like come in and make like 2 different hair assets to make my double horns. Because I know that's the only way you can make like a secondary like clothing asset is to like a secondary headpiece is to like technically treat it as like a piece of hair, but then you make it solid. The Vroid is a whole monster. Like Live 2D, technically what it is all of my models are overlapping PNGs that are all interacting with each other. Because technically, if I remember right, perfect example, my eyes, if I remember right, I have no way of showing this, the eyelids are actually like double the size. It's just they're coming down and following the movement of my eyes. But they're hidden behind a layer of where my face is. And my face has some weird like texture. If I could find the texture sheet and show it off how it looks, it's multiple different textures all moving in sync, but they're all just like PNGs.
So it's like a pop.
This is why I made the joke earlier. VTubers are just people playing with very advanced Muppets.
Yeah.
It is a good.
And for some of us, it is still like sticking a hand up a puppet.
Okay, hey Nami. What if one day you woke up as your mom, or as your character?
There'd be so much more content on the Fansly site.
Very true, very true.
If I woke up as my character, there would be a lot more IRL streams both on here and on the Blue Twitch site. It's like, today we're going to be modeling Moe flavor. We're going to
Yeah. The confidence through the roof.
Oh dear God. A 7-foot-tall demon mommy? Yes. Actually, a shape-shifting 7-foot-tall demon mommy.
Hey, I would literally go out and buy Bitcoin, just invest.
Yeah, fuck
into
Bitcoin,
the
just actually
Nami.
give me the money.
Yep, invest in Bitcoin, cash out, then just give it to Nami.
You'd be better just investing in AMC.
Either way.
Crypto is a scam.
Oh, you could say that again.
Like, you know the best way to make money with crypto? Trick crypto bros into giving you all their money. I'm not wrong. Hate me all you want, crypto bros. You fall for the scams all the time.
Now I want to see that conversation go down.
Oh, I love this on Instagram all the time. There's some guy, I've seen this on Instagram a couple of times. Some guy is complaining about, like, actually I think I saw this on Twitter too. Some guy's like, "Oh, my crypto got stolen because this bank said they were a legit bank and then they took all my crypto. Hi, I'm a crypto recovery person. Here, give me your crypto information."
So if you do have your crypto, I'll be the first to know.
Basically. Because here's the even better part. Almost every single thing of crypto, you don't actually own the coin. You own the receipt that says you own the coin. So you don't own shit. You own basically a piece of paper that says, "I own this."
I own this yak. Oh, look at me.
I own this. Do you actually? What do you mean?
Check again. No, my bank account. Yeah, it's like, oh, this coin is very good. Invents an entire coin just to scam people and pull the plug and get all the money later.
Or even funnier, my NFT is worth $10 million. Why is it worth only $1 now? Right click, motherfucker.
Good. There was a scam like that, and they.
No, that's the best part about NFTs. I own this NFT. Right click, save image as. Because once again, you don't actually own the image, you own the receipt that says you own the image.
You remember the monkey NFT?
Yeah, the Ape Yacht Club. That's what it's called. It's like Ape Yacht Club. They literally tried to make a TV show based off of those characters. Canceled before it even got like premiered, before it even like got promoted.
Goodness, that shows humanity has some intelligence.
No, it's because they were trying to pay for everything with crypto, and all the companies said, "Nah, fuck that. We want actual money." Also, no artist would touch it with a 10-foot pole. So they were probably just finding some cheap, like, overseas company that will just do anything for, like, whatever money you give them.
No wonder they were paying with crypto.
Yep.
Creation.
Oh, even better part? Do you know how easy it is to fall for, like, overseas scams with crypto?
Very easy. It's electronic.
Yes, but here's the best part. The amount of times I've heard of somebody... Sorry, 1 second, I gotta block somebody. I've been getting a ton of those stupid best viewers on viewershop CFD. I'm like, I'm not paying for your stupid bots.
I just thought you were live like 12.
No, it's I keep getting these bots, and they're bots that somebody keeps trying to figure out like loopholes to like avoid bans, and I'm like, I'm gonna keep banning you. There's a few of them I keep getting because it's like it's the same company, but just they keep doing different accounts because they just pay for a bunch of bots.
Yeah. Speaking of scams and bots, you just the amount of stupid, the Microsoft and all the other scams.
Mm-hmm.
How do people fall?
Because they're looking for old people and non-tech savvy people who aren't paying attention.
Yeah. Sometimes there's that one that isn't old, moderately tech savvy and stuff.
Okay, do we go with my default demon skin tone for this Incubus.
Let's try to spice it up a bit.
Well, so I literally have a specific red skin tone that's similar to my skin tone called Succubus Skin. So we only have to do like 1 or 2 coats of this. We'll paint it on here, and then I'll use a black wash to darken in the skin parts. Tail gets painted it. Face gets painted it. If I want to, his hair is going to probably get painted white or black. And then the horns will probably be bone white or black, depending on what hair color we go with. It's his outfit I'm not sure on, because he's got like this suave, open shirt pirate, 6-pack pirate. Is that a fucking 8-pack? No, it's a 6-pack, which is like... So, this is the funny thing with Ronin this month. All 5 of their models have safe for work and not safe for work variants. So, 2 of the succubi... So, 1 of the incubi and 1 of the succubi is going to be safe for work. 1 of the incubi and succubi is going to be for Blue Twitch. And then the 5th model, which we're going to get ready and paint Monday, is their signature model, which are these 2 witchy girls. Is how I'll describe it. If you want to go see what it looks like, it's on Ronin's Twitch. Ronin's Twitter. But what do you think, Shiny? Stereotypical demon skin tone?
Yeah. Like, typical demon skin tone is fine.
White hair or... Oh god, no. Alright, white hair or black hair?
White hair.
Alright. No, this is not going to be a male variant of me. If anyone's going to be the male variant of me, it's the other one for the Blue Twitch. Because that one's got like... that. So, this one's just dude sticking his arms out holding a sword, and I'm like, you're going to stay safe for work. The other one is this guy basically holding his sword out in front of him while sitting on a chest, leaned back, and I'm just like, you're getting the treatment. Because I can't describe that model any further if I describe the Blue Twitch variant.
Sounds good.
He's out for Harambe. If you catch my drift. Well, okay, so his safe for work variant is dressed similar to this guy, where it's open shirt, shows his 6-pack, wearing pants and boots. But the variant we're going to be doing is he's out for Harambe. Yes, I will keep using a dead meme. Fuck off.
2023, it was 2024, Nami.
Listen, as long as Skibidi Toilet is still a thing,
Oh yeah.
I will keep
That's
using
valid.
dead memes.
Yeah.
Listen, I will use the brain rot for my generation. The younger kids can have their brain rot. I love how we're just calling memes brain rot now. It's like, it's just brain rot. Why are we trying to make it more complicated than it is? It's memes. I've talked about this before, where I'm like, okay, that's not skin, that's a shirt. I've talked about this before with Skibidi Toilet. It's the initial meme, yes, is brain rot, but it has somehow surpassed the meme and turned into like a full-on thing, to where I can almost kind of give it some respect. Like, it's gone from being this just, oh, it's just a guy whose head's coming out of a toilet singing that one song singing that one song, to, oh, there's a war between the Skibidi Toilets, these camera head, and this other faction of like camera head, TV head, and speaker head people. There's like some alternate like force that's controlling both sides, making it an arms race between each other. I'm like, what the fuck are we watching here? I thought this was a thing for kids. Why is this like war is hell and all this shit going on?
The funny thing is, I'm pretty sure this was almost your exact description last time we talked.
Yes, because I'm stealing Merryweather's description of it. Merryweather, he's the Merryweather comics guy. But that's his description of it. It's like, yeah, you go from this. You start off with the meme of the original head popping out of the toilet going, singing the song, to, I'm sorry, there's a war going on, and there's like,
Excusez-moi.
there's like this whole like story about like a war going on with like war is hell and like genocide and all this other stuff. I'm like, when did we stop being brain rot and actually being somewhat of a competent story?
Someone bought the company. I'm just
No, and it's like one or two guys who animate all of these. To be fair, they're using like Gmod and like a few other tricks to do it. Which is why it's hilarious that who is it? Michael Bay tried to sue Steam because they wanted to get access to the software so they can make a full movie with Gmod.
what the heck?
Yes, they tried to sue Gmod for copyright infringement. It's like, buddy, we came first by a very long shot. I remember fucking Markiplier videos from 10 years ago. 10 years ago playing Gmod. That was when Manga Mix was still a thing and not, fuck, what's her new series called with her wife?
Crinks?
Is it still Minx?
No, it's Crinks.
Crinks. Yeah, it's just, oh yeah, it's their two names, because it was Chrism and Minx. Because Chrism would stream and do stuff too. Thank you. Because yeah, they have their whole series of two lesbians play.
Lovely.
But the thing is, her and a couple of other, she was like one of the, I don't think she was the first like official like female YouTuber, Let's Player, but she was definitely one of the first. I feel she was the first, but she was the first big one. That's for sure. Because I remember there were articles talking about her and like a couple of other people. Because it was like her, iHas, Cupquake, and a couple of others were all really big at that time.
I know CNanners was really big at one point.
Yeah. But this to tell you how early she was, Jack. She was playing with PewDiePie before he became the #1 subscribed to person.
Yeah, and before he threw his entire career away with that Nazi joke.
Unfortunately, he didn't really throw his career away when he's still the most subscribed to person on YouTube.
Yeah.
He just partially hurt like a brand deal.
That's insane. Where you can
And the
make
fact that everybody has
video
forgotten, pretty much everybody has forgotten about that unless you're somebody who was around at that time.
Yeah. the fact that he made a joke and it was too big to actually affect him, that's crazy.
Oh, that's why I was talking about the people on Kick. It's like the people on Kick are a perfect example of this. The people who get really big on it really fast, they're not going to get held accountable. It's the same as like a lot of streamers here on Twitch and other places. They get so big so quick you can't hurt them because the problem is okay, so when you're an actual big person on YouTube, on any streaming platform, you're actually not the money maker. You're free advertising. Because the people who actually make money are people like me and anybody who's under like 100 viewers who are getting consistent people watching. Because they don't have to pay me as much as they do the bigger people. So that's where they're actually making all their money, are smaller people. But those bigger streamers, they're marketing to encourage people to stream and make money. Because let's face it, if those were the people making money, they would only be pushing their content. What they're hoping is they see, oh hey, this person got away with doing this content. I'm gonna go do this content now and make a ton of revenue for these people, for this stream site. Oh god, why did I get banned but they didn't? Because they're free market. Because the bigger people are free marketing.
We're not going to get rid of our cash cow.
We're not going to get rid of the thing that consistently makes us money. We're just going to get rid of the things that make us a ton. We're just going to get rid of the smaller things that, oh no, there'll be 10 more streamers who will take your place. This isn't an insult to my other streamers. This is more of an insult to Twitch as a whole. Because that's how Twitch sees a lot of smaller streamers. The cash cow is the smaller streamers. The bigger people, they actually have to pay. So that's kind of my little hint to people. If you really want Twitch to make a change, stop streaming. And we all have to agree to stop streaming.
Gee.
Because that's the only way they're going to listen. That's the only way they're ever going to listen and start actually like paying attention to people's demands. Is if we hurt their bottom line.
And that would be a huge hole.
Oh, it's possible. The problem is there are too many people who are comfortable in what they're doing. And then there's also a ton of people who immediately would go, oh, less people are streaming. Now's the time for me to start streaming. Because you know very...
Exactly why Twitch does.
Yep, that's exactly why the only way Twitch could ever actually organize and get Twitch to listen to all those small streamers would be as if everybody unilaterally from like the highest paid streamer to the lowest paid streamer all said, fuck this, we're not going to stream for a day. Because that would immediately make Twitch go, wait, where's all our money?
That's me without the Wi-Fi. Where's my money going?
Yeah, basically that would be happening if everybody for one 24-hour period across all time zones for just one day stop streaming. Do you know how fast YouTube would like fix so many of their problems? Twitch or YouTube would just fix so many of their problems to get people to come back. So damn fast. But the problem is there are too many people comfortable in their current way they do things.
And let's imagine we could get so many people across some like, we're gonna stop streaming across many days a week, or let's just say all week together.
I would say a single day would do so much damage to Twitch that they would be backpedaling so many policies to get people to come back. just a single 24-hour period. Fuck, just a 12-hour period.
Twitch announces a bullcrap policy. We all take a break.
Oh, the amount of times they've done bullcrap... We were talking about this at the beginning of stream. The whole you can't show your hips and you can't really be wearing super product. If you're a VTuber, like me, like a live 2D model like I'm using, you can't show your hips and you can't be too provocative. And you technically can't wear like bikinis and stuff. But if you're using a VR chat model or you're an IRL streamer, well, it's kind of gray.
Do you remember when they announced, like, when everyone got the permission to do...
Oh, because it's supposed to be tasteful nudity, so it would be... When they said tasteful nudity, they didn't explain what they meant by tasteful nudity.
Oh, people ham.
Oh, people went ham on it, and they had to redefine it, going, no nudity whatsoever. Because the problem is...
walking in on that before they could pull their pants up, and it was...
Yeah, but the thing is, when they say tasteful nudity, they're talking about, like, somebody drawing, like, a pinup where you can almost see her nude. If you've seen Markiplier's Tasteful Nudes calendar, it would be something like that, where it's, like, almost you see that kind of stuff. It's like, it leaves just enough to the imagination to where it's like, oh. But they're not completely naked. The problem is, Twitch did not say that. Twitch said, oh yeah, we allow nudity. And then everybody took that to its fullest extreme, and everybody was surprised when they started handing out bans left and right, and I'm like, always start with tasteful first to poke you always start with tasteful to poke the bear, and then you go full on.
Thing is, if you mention doesn't matter if you include tasteful in the title, they will take 5 miles.
That's immediately what happened. Is they said, oh yeah, nudity, and instead of marking it down as tasteful nudity, like artistic nudity, like the Venus de Milo, where she's covering her chest and has things coming towards her because she's becoming a newborn goddess. That famous painting. That's what they meant. Like, I can't show the wall. Actually, this wall's mostly safe except for one picture. I can't show the picture that's behind the 2 pictures that are behind me right now on my webcam, because I have a picture.
I know one of them.
You've probably seen one or both of them. I have.
Is it like the demon?
It's a Wooloo. It's a Anthro Wooloo girl. Because if you look at her, she's got like the Wooloo. She's got like goat horns. She's got like a Wooloo like coat on, but it's like slipped off in a tasteful manner. Most of the artwork I put on the wall, I try and make it tasteful. It's not straight up just going on. I think the closest I have to a straight up not safe for work picture on my wall right now is the calendar. And even then it's still tasteful because it's Melissa's calendar. Tiefling Melissa? Yeah. Which she's already posted this picture, but with her. She's posted the other variant, not the variant I have on my wall right now. Oh god, if I get banned this week, it's like, well, looks like we're starting YouTube.
It was like, well, I didn't even show anything.
Oh, but we were talking about it, and that's the problem. To be fair, I've heard people... Good god, I think there is a femboy VTuber on here who does professional escort work. Mind you, escort work is not necessarily corn, as we'll call it. Escort is basically hi, you want to pay for a girlfriend or boyfriend for the night? We're not going to necessarily do anything not safe for work, but I'm going to be eye candy for your shoulder the whole night. That's escort work.
Ah.
Yes. Now, that being said, if it turns into that, that's not necessarily why you're paying them. That's why escorts, depending on how much you're paying for an escort, you're not paying for Crex work. You're paying for a boyfriend or girlfriend for the night. And this femboy is like, oh yeah, no, they're talking about like shit where I'm just like, how are you getting away with that? How are you getting away with that on TikTok and Twitch?
Tell us your secret.
Good God. It's like, so this guy went shloink and blah, 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 with a line on, what the fuck? Okay.
That dude must have secret Twitch.
My best guess is because he's got a sugar daddy. A legit, actual sugar daddy. I forget who he is, because I see him every once in a while on TikTok, and I'm just like, I am in the wrong line of fucking work. I know I'm selling myself, but I'm not selling myself that way. Good God. To be fair, you have to have a personality for it. It sounds on paper like, oh yeah, I could do that work. Oh God, I feel so just exploitative in multiple ways. And that's not saying that work is not actual work. It's just, you have to have a personality for it. It's like any kind of work. You have to have a personality for it.
He's like, what am I, chap liver?
No, you're more like pounded meat.
Yeah, literally.
Sorry, I had to. You have to have a personality for it. That's the kind of work where you have to be able to turn off. You have to be able to separate normal, everyday you and work you. Because that's a very distinct thing you have to do. That's a very distinct kind of work you have to do, and you have to be okay with doing it.
You have to do it so well, no one even knows anything about it.
You don't even have to do it well. You just have to be good enough to keep customers coming back. That's why the closest...
Come back. I got Mario, bro.
Yes, they'll be coming back. I'm just picturing Shiny as going blush.
Pretty much.
Come back. I got Smash.
Say that again, Shiny.
I said pretty much.
Well, you are a good girl.
Hey.
And I, a good melon.
Yes, but sometimes I want to go Gallagher on you.
What? Hey.
I mean, to be fair, it might be with my thighs. $200 straight. I'll crush a watermelon or a pumpkin with my thighs.
I'll do it with mine. I've always wanted to do that.
No, and when I say $200, I don't mean $200 over a month. I mean $200 right now. I will go and buy a pumpkin or a watermelon, and we will do it on Saturday or Sunday. It might have to get uploaded to Blue Twitch.
Of course. No doubt.
I need to see if that's actually a thing, because that's one of those weird, like, not safe for work adjacent things that Twitch looks. We didn't see that. But you know why they're doing it.
Because they get views.
Hmm?
Because they get views.
Yes. That's like the, on YouTube, the almost completely nude yoga teachers. Because it's educational. Ah, yes, we're educating 12-year-old boys and girls for sure there.
If that's the case, have a completely naked teacher
Hmm?
in front of a wife say, teach. It's educational. It's educational.
I would not be surprised if there is somebody who has pulled that off.
just teaching high level trigonometry in a very easy way for even first grader.
Listen, that would be a fucking hilarious, like, April Fool's joke if April Fool's landed on a night where I'd be doing Blue Twitch stream.
Teaching calculus in the nude.
Honestly, I would probably teach computer science because it'd be funnier. Because I actually have a degree in computer science, so I could teach a class on computer science.
Good gracious. That'd be awesome.
It's like, and so now we're going to teach you how to run a DNS. We're going to teach you how to do a DNS flush on a Cisco-based server while running a TCP/IP. While running an IP refresh on the rest of your network to ensure that there is no communication issues, and also ensuring that all VLANs are communicating with each other.
Teaching anatomy.
Anatomy's too easy. That's the setup. That's literally the setup to like multiple adult films. Today we're going to be teaching you anatomy class. Let me just get more comfortable.
Whoops, I slipped.
Whoops. Oh no, there went my blouse.
See, this is what you call.
And this, boys, is where you find the can't finish that joke on Twitch.
You find a hoo-ha.
I was gonna say something funnier, but yeah. I was gonna say a joke that every girl has said to a guy. Have you found it yet?
Oh.
Tell me I am wrong, Shiny.
Oh, she's gone.
Oh, I didn't know she was gone.
I heard the doo-doo.
I wasn't paying attention because I was laughing. But yeah, yeah, God, we are pushing the fucking envelope today here on Twitch.
I think we're pushing the load.
Yeah. That's what she said, Jack. I have a coworker who's been trying her damnedest to pull off "that's what she said" jokes. It's like I said something like not even close to a "that's what she said" joke recently, and I don't remember what it was, and she's like, "That's what she said." I'm like, honey.
That's cute.
Honey,
but
it's
no.
cute, but here's the thing. I'm not trying to put a giant thing inside a tiny place. She wishes she said that.
Oh. That day, her pride was scarred beyond repair.
To be fair, certain forms of me don't have that problem. Shapeshifter. I can do a lot of fun things. It's also like... The reason I say shapeshifter is because basically it makes it to where anytime I get fan art, it could technically be canon if I so choose it to be. Like the artwork Carter is here made. I would be crushing both her and the other person if I was 7 feet tall. In that picture.
I'm drawing a character that is 15 feet. Right?
Oh, you should, if Leroy is here, I doubt he is, you should ask for his canon height. I think he's like 15 feet tall.
Huh.
15 foot
My
tall Gator Daddy.
My
Gator
character
Dragon.
is... I believe my character is 8'9" tall, long.
Listen, I say 7 feet tall because eventually I want to get a cutout that's of a 7 foot of me at 7 feet tall, like my PNG model, just so I can have it behind me for IRL streams, so you can see the comparison.
Yeah.
Also, yes, it may or may not also be an excuse to get a Lady Demetress costume eventually.
Oh.
To be fair,
at
this point, getting a Lady Demetress costume is just kind of like, it's like, ah, yeah, she's a dead meme now. To be fair, To be fair, I thought Bowsette was a dead meme, and then somebody just did their Halloween costume, their Halloween variant as a Bowsette. I think it was Zentreya. She has evil. I think it's Evil Queen outfit is what it is, but it's very obviously Bowsette, just because you don't want the wrath of Nintendo or the original artist to be like, hey, that's my thing. Although I'm pretty sure the artist would love to have Zentreya. Because the artist who made Bowsette never thought Bowsette was going to get big. It was like supposed to be a one-off joke, turned into like, the internet is just like, she is now our icon.
You turn any male figure into a female, oh boy, you open the floodgates that you didn't even know were there.
To be fair, this is based off of a thing where Bowsette is based off of a thing where everybody made the joke, oh, so when Toadette puts on the... Because they had only showed Toadette at first, so they assumed, oh, everybody puts it on, they become princess variant of themselves. And Nintendo's like, no, it's just Toadette. Toadette becomes Peachette.
You have no idea.
But the problem is everybody else saw that and went, oh! And then somebody made Bowsette, and everybody went, oh! Neuron activated. Mm.
It's like that Incredibles meme. You know. Incredible.
Well, to be fair, she became like Bridget also, where she's a trans icon, because it's just like, ooh. Going from being big monster to big sexy mama. It's like, That sounds like me. That's basically what a lot of trans girls said. I think we're going to let this flesh tone dry, and then we're going to oil wash the rest of the skin so that everything darkens down just a little bit. Like I said, we're pushing the fucking envelope tonight. Watch, this somehow be the thing that just skyrockets me to the moon.
You say you're pushing. I think you already sent it to Africa. No, just North Pole.
My VTuber class, we will start with a small VTuber, which can start at like 500 layers. Me. What? Fucking Brazilian Miku making a comeback. Well, Brazil got unbanned.
Brazil. Yeah.
To be fair, I didn't think that was going to last long. I was pretty sure one or the other was going to... One or the other was going to bow down.
I want to see Russian Miku.
A what?
A Russian Miku.
I think there actually is one. 1 second. There's a few. I was like expecting like actual like. There's quite a few. There's Polish. There's Russian. If you're looking for like Comrade Miku, I found one just now. There's the Russian version of alt clothing. So Altushka. Yeah, Altushka. Yeah, there's quite when you literally type in on just Twitter alone, Russian Miku. There's a ton of like different ones with like traditional like Russian dresses and stuff. And then there's the stereotypical Comrade Miku.
Comrade. Nice to meet you, Comrade. Let's have a celebratory cup of vodka.
Oh yes, we're going to go stalking in Ukraine and just try and look for the thing that grants wishes, which just really turns us into zombies. Spoiler, by the way, for the ending of a game I never finished on stream.
Jeez.
Spoiler for a game that's been out for over 20 years.
What game?
Stalker.
Yeah.
That's the ending of Stalker. The true ending of Stalker is you find out that basically the thing that grants the wishes that everybody's trying to get to is actually this thing that basically it either is a monkey's paw kind of wish granter, where it basically is just like, I wish to be rich. It usually just does some sort of monkey's paw thing. I wish for power. It does some sort of monkey's paw thing. I think there's only like one good wish. Relatively good wish. Because it's based off of the Stalker movie. Which is loosely based off of Roadside Picnic. Yeah, this will tell you a whole fucking history of that series that I have knowledge of. So there's a book that came out in the 1970s or 80s called Roadside Picnic. It introduces this concept of the stalker, which are these guys who go into these... So, in Russia, they're called stalkers. Here in America, they're called urban explorers. They go into like abandoned buildings and stuff like that. That's what stalkers do. That's what the modern usage of stalker is, for in this terminology. For the terminology we're using, that's what a stalker is. It introduces all this concept. What happens is, in Roadside Picnic, something happens that causes this event where all this like alien technology starts to appear in like these demarc zones. Basically, it's an allegory for Chernobyl. Because it happened, the book's based shortly after Chernobyl. It's basically it's based like 20 years after the events of Chernobyl, where these people are going into not Chernobyl to like urban explore this area and like find stuff that was left by these aliens who basically came through Earth and all their technology is left here.
Or they Planet 9 aliens?
No. It's
Good.
the best way they describe it is they're just like, it's just the best way they describe it is this isn't like the actual good tech. This is like when you go on a roadside picnic and you throw the trash out on the side of the road and then just leave it there. Hence why it's called Roadside Picnic, is the name of the book. We're basically looking for the trash of these aliens, thinking, oh god, why is Shudder trending? Shudder is Shudder is a thing for like strictly horror movies. And I was just like, why is Shudder trending? I'm like, oh, it's because it's... Yeah, I've not heard any problems with Shudder because they don't raise their prices or fucking anything. I will gladly like give Shudder my love and support, because even if I don't only use them like once or twice a month, they are like, their prices are great. They have a ton of free. I'm just talking about them now because I saw them trending out the side of my eye. They're really good if you like horror movies and stuff. But getting back to Stalker, so Roadside Picnic gets made. A couple of years later, somebody makes a movie called Stalker, which is based off of Roadside Picnic. Now, it doesn't follow the book necessarily, because it's following more of the... It's following more of one of the stalkers who goes into the demarc zone. That goes into the demarc zone trying to find something. And it's this thing that may or may not grant wishes. And in doing so, one of them is trying to use it to cure like this illness his daughter's got, and others trying to use it to get riches. They all have their various reasons for going to find this thing. But I think it's mainly the guy who's trying to save his daughter's the one who gets his wish. But his daughter gets cured, but at the cost of, at the end of the movie, you see she might have like some kind of weird psychic powers now. Because basically it's like, yes, you made a wish to like cure your daughter of all diseases. It's like, oh, now you've got to deal with that.
I mean, bad.
Oh yeah, it's Monkey's Paw. So we don't know the full extent of what that entails. We just know it ain't good.
So I don't quite understand what is.
I
don't quite understand what is Monkey's Paw.
What is what?
Monkey's Paw.
Monkey's Paw is based off of an old urban legend of you take this monkey's paw that can grant. You take this monkey's paw that's opened up, and if you make a wish on the monkey's paw, one of the fingers will close, granting you a wish. The problem is, monkey's paw wishes are, oh, I wish to have $1 million. 1 million deer show up at your front lawn. That's a monkey's paw. Basically, monkey's paw are always like genie wishes, where it's like you make a wish, you'll get what you want, but at like some trade-off.
Oh, I've seen exactly what you're talking about in one of the shorts, and the dude actually found a way to get exactly what he wanted, and then he said, because he wrote it on a notepad and ran it by the genie, and the genie said, "All right, actually, you did it. And he said, all right, I wish for that. He points to the note.
Yeah, that's the problem. Is yeah, I've seen that. It's like a college humor. It's a newer. It's not college humor, but it's guys who work. It's like guys who wrote for College Humor. I think that's what they were. But yeah, I've seen that one where it's basically just like, oh yeah, he basically figures out the whole loophole. Only to like screw himself over at the last second.
He celebrated too early.
That's the problem, is like he didn't think about that part where it's just like, don't say that part. It's like, is this correct? Cool. Reads out wish.
That's what you should do. It's like, all right, that's good. Okay. I would take a second to recollect thoughts and then focus on saying, I wish, and then da 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 da.
Yeah. Oh, I don't think this person got the joke I said to them earlier. This person, for their Halloween costume, she's like, I'm not a zombie, I'm a Frankenstein. I said, I mean, you just need to sing Putting on the Ritz and people will know you're a Frankenstein.
Mm.
And I'm like, good God, if nobody knows that reference. I'm like, oh no. Obviously, your parents didn't raise you on Mel Brooks.
They didn't raise me on anything. They just raised me.
Well, they still didn't put you in front of like a movie and make you watch like Young Frankenstein. So in Young Frankenstein, after he makes the monster and he manages to kind of thinks he fixed his brain, he takes him to the science laboratory and it's like, I will show you the ultimate form of like intelligence, and they perform Putting on the Ritz. Here, I'm gonna send you the clip. I can't play it because it's copyrighted out the wazoo. Ooh! Okay, so I just saw something cool. Bam Margera's doing a tour of his house after years. He looks good.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it.
He looks good after all these years. He put on a ton of weight, I do know that.
I'm gonna say this real quick. You probably know what to say. Who is he?
Bam Margera? Okay, I can understand you not knowing who Bam Margera is. So around the era when Tony Hawk and all those guys were getting big, Bam Margera was kind of the more punk rocky, like just loudmouth kind of skateboarder dude. He joined up with a certain TV show called Jackass.
Oh.
He's the skateboarder from Jackass.
Hmm.
But he also starred in a show called Viva La Bam. I forget what the show about him and the first chick he married. Because they did a whole TV show where they built up to the whole wedding. Because that was at that time where that was just, everybody was doing that. He was a part of a couple of other shows. When his buddy Ryan Dunn was alive, he starred in Ryan Dunn's prank show, because that was another thing everybody was doing at that time, was prank TV shows.
God, Ryan's just right.
Well, to be fair, you knew when you were going on to Ryan Dunn's show, you knew something was going to happen to you. This wasn't like going on to Punk'd, where they were punking, quote-unquote, people off the street. You knew when you were going on to Ryan Dunn's show, you were getting pranked. It's like, hi, I'm Ryan Dunn. Yeah, yes, I'm the Ryan Dunn from Jackass. No, we won't use airbags. Okay, we'll use airbags for that one person. Because that was a legit thing he would do, is he would like put like airbags in like a couch cushion. He would prank stunt people like himself. So they knew how to take a thing like that when they would get launched. But because I can't play this scene, this is what I'm talking about when I said Young Frankenstein, that YouTube link. I think this is the right thing. Hopefully it's in English. I don't know. Also, apparently there's a musical for Young Frankenstein. Cool. Listen, Jack, everybody keeps seeing you with gray hair. Just go full on Witcher. Just embrace it.
What?
Jacksepticeye.
Oh.
Yeah, have you heard about the whole thing where he's like, his hair's been going gray since he was like 13, so he's been dyeing it for years? Because you can see in a lot of his older stuff, he was dyeing it. He would dye his hair to keep it brownish. He basically just said, you know, yeah, he's like, yeah, people were always commenting on it, so I was always trying to keep it like... I was trying to always like keep it brown, or that's why he wore his... That's why Jack always wore his iconic hat for the longest time. And then he started dyeing his hair when he didn't want to wear the hat anymore.
I love that hat. That's a good hat.
I forget what it's called because I have one. It's a popular hat in the UK.
Yeah, I've seen it in Walmart one time. I wanted to buy it.
There's a specific name for it. Is it a newsboy? It's a tweed cap or a patty cap. Or a flat cap. They're all kind of the same.
I think it might be a patty cap.
I think they're all kind of... It's like the same name for the same style of hat. I think a patty hat versus a tweed hat kind of are different things. Are kind of like... I think one has more of a bill than the other. Because I have the Scottish version of that hat. So I'm not going to dox my last name, but my last name is a very famous name in Scotland. Last name in Scotland.
Really? Oh, dang.
IRL. That's why I said I'm not going to dox myself.
Also, poor Frankenstein.
Oh, putting on the ring. It's because he has a brain called from a person named Abby Normal. I'll give you a few minutes to figure out the pun there.
I don't get it.
Abby Norma. Igor accidentally grabbed a brain of an abnormal person and not the brain he wanted. But Igor thought it was Abby Norma. And that's when Gene Wilder's character goes, "You grabbed a brain called Abby Norma. Abnormal."
You could just, when you
this is one of the reasons why I love the Succubus skin tone. Is because you only need like 1 or 2 coats and a wash. And it looks almost exactly like what I'm trying to go for. See, I would put Young Frankenstein on, but it would have to be like a Discord movie night, not a Twitch movie night.
Yeah, can you do that sometime?
There's always been the plan there to do it. I just keep having one of those things where my weekend schedule doesn't line up with the ability to do it. Because that's the whole problem with doing streams on the weekend is on the weekends I'm doing anything I don't normally have the chance to do during the week. So there's always a 50-50 shot I'm going to have a weekend where it's just like, hey, I'm not doing anything, let's just do a Discord movie night. The other problem is I now have to get a disk drive for this computer, because why would we put a disk drive? That makes too much sense. Nobody watches DVDs anymore, they stream everything. They say to the person who literally has a collection of movies and video games behind them. So here's the perfect point. I get proven right all the time with this, because somebody's like, hey, how come we can't find this TV show anywhere anymore? Oh, because we stopped paying for the copyright for it. And so it fell into somebody who's hoarding the copyright right now, so they aren't releasing it.
What the heck?
Oh, so... Fuck, what was the movie called? There's a perfect example of this happening. Fuck, I'm literally wanting to call it one name. I'm like, no, that's not it. It's the movie that the guy from Jay and Silent Bob made. That's basically like a spoof on religious stuff. You damn well know who I'm looking for. Kevin Smith, thank you. Clerks, Dogma, that's what it's called. Dogma was held in like this. No one was allowed to, because it didn't do well. It was being basically held for ransom by because it's like no one was really allowed to stream it. You can only really watch it if you find DVD copies, or occasionally it comes on TV. Just recently, he was able to buy the. It fell out of copyright usage with the original company, and a smaller company bought it up, and they contacted Kevin Smith and go, "Hey, we want to do the whole shebang where we do like a DVD release and everything for it." They're gonna miss this year, which would have been the 25th anniversary of that movie, because it came out in '99, or the 25th anniversary. So they're going to be doing a funny 26-year anniversary release of the movie. But that's a perfect example of a movie that because it wasn't available anywhere for streaming, you can't watch it unless you can find a copy of the DVD, or hope somebody somewhere has like enough of the clips of it released so you can watch most of the movie. And that is the reason why I always try and collect physical copies of movies. or acquire my movies through legit sources. Because technically I can explain something funny to you. Pirating is actually not technically illegal. The only illegal act is the uploading of it. Everything else about pirating, say you own a physical copy of a movie, there's a Clerks 3? Huh. Okay. I just saw that outside of my eye. That was a weird tangent to see. So, if you own a physical copy, there's no issue with pulling the movie off of your, copying the movie off of your disc and putting it on your computer. Because guess what? You want to know how your DVD player or anything that reads your disc does?
It copies it.
It rips a copy of the movie off. So they can't stop you from ripping copies of your movie and putting it onto like your PC or something. As long as you own the physical copy. That's the first thing. Obviously recording like something from Netflix that's in that weird questionable gray zone area where you can get sued for that. But say you own the physical disc of, say, Young Frankenstein. There is no problem with me putting it into my computer, ripping a copy of it, and putting it on my PC and say, oh hey, a friend of mine wants to watch it. Letting you quote-unquote borrow it. That is all completely legal. Now, where the questionable legality comes into is when you upload it to, say, a certain pirate website that's a bay. That's the biggest one I know of, so that's why I'm going to say that one. There are others. Say you upload it to that website. That is where you now reach into the questionable legality of piracy. But here's the fun fact. Me going to that website and pulling a movie from that website is not illegal. No matter what your ISP says, that part is not illegal. Because it's a free distribution website. As long as there's technically no money being exchanged, it's just a file trading website.
The heck?
Yes. The only illegal part of pirating is if you upload a movie illegally. Everything else about it is technically legal. That being said, I am not a lawyer, so do not take any legal advice from me.
I'm taking all this legal advice to heart. Thank you, Nami.
Great, now I can get sued. No, seriously, by you saying that I can get sued if somebody gets pissed off.
No, okay. Do not take this legal advice.
Yeah. This is not actual legal advice. I'm just telling you, if you read a basic interpretation of piracy laws, the only technically illegal act, technically, is taking that file and uploading it to a file share website. Because that is an illegal distribution. That is an unapproved distribution of the movie. That being said, there is nothing wrong with going to a file sharing website, grabbing that file and pulling it off. There is nothing wrong with using a torrent software, because torrenting is just a form of file transfer. Technically, there are businesses that use torrents to transfer files between buildings, because this is a form of secure file transfer. Like I said though, do not take anything I am saying as actual legal advice, which means if you get in trouble for it, you can't go say, hey, this person on the internet said this. No. I am telling you to read your both federal and local laws on their wording of it to make sure you're not in trouble. Or to go to an actual lawyer for actual legal advice.
And just like that, we are free of any liability.
Pretty much.
It's like, but this person said that if someone goes to us and says we did this, they either one didn't pay attention to the warning, or two, as soon as you said that, they ran off to pirate a movie they've been wanting to watch.
Pretty much. That is why I have to say that whenever I talk about pirating. Because Twitch will go, "You're supporting pirating." I'm like, no, I'm telling people for legal advice not to do it. But here's how you do it.
No,
Here's how to do it. But because I'm also somebody who's knowledgeable in computer science, I'm telling people, here's how you do it so you can prevent others from doing it.
Twitch is literally foaming at the mouth.
Twitch ain't gonna hurt me. They're only gonna hurt me if I had a not safe for work toggle and I accidentally hit the button to turn it on. And even then, there's still debate.
Man, Twitch is going soft.
No, it's because Twitch uses an AI to basically...
Just like YouTube, eh?
Oh, they all do. It's because it's it's cheaper than hiring people to actually do the work. Believe it or not, you want to know the only website that actually has human moderators? TikTok. Huh, it's almost like a bunch of big corporations don't like the fact that somebody was doing their job better than them, and so they lobbied the shit out of it to try and get it banned.
Oh.
It's almost like that's what happened.
To save face of humanity, I'm going to say it's not just to not paint everyone like a child.
Oh no, it's billionaires. They're all fucking children. I have worked with a multimillionaire before. They're children.
What?
I'm not gonna say anything else than that because I don't know how much of an NDA I'm under with my previous job. They're children. I didn't sign an NDA, so I could probably talk all the shit I want, but I don't want the legal person who still has my cell phone number going, "Nami, we need to talk." I'm like, "No, we aren't." I said what I said.
No, we aren't. Like, no, we aren't. Hangs the phone, starts planning to move.
Listen, the only way I'm not getting in trouble is if I go to the only way I'm not getting sued is if I manage to sell all my shit and get to a I forgot the term. Basically, Russia and a couple of other countries fall under this, where because they don't recognize the American government's authority, extradition. There's no extradition. I would have to immediately buy a fucking ticket and just sell all my shit and move to a country where there's no extradition. If I didn't want to get in trouble for anything.
Jeez.
To be fair, half the countries where there's no extradition right now, you would not want to live in.
Like someone really wants to roast a millionaire. Like, is it worth it? Yep. Why?
Because if I die, it just proves I'm right. If I die under mysterious circumstances, it just proves I'm right.
There was one person who had their house burned down after, like, because they talk about politicians and stuff. I assume about the bad stuff.
Oh no, if
And
it's
they
in
got the
Russia,
house
it's like you just drink some bad tea and apparently wake up the next morning with your throat just weirdly having a second smile. What are you gonna do, Russia? I'm a fucking VTuber. I could be talking to you on a Discord call and you fuckers wouldn't know that this is pre-recorded footage. It's not.
How do they know that?
They don't.
Hey.
God, that is actually sadly how a VTuber could get away with a lot of crimes. Just make a pre-recorded like 3-hour video and just stream it while they're going and committing their crime. And just like have some pre-recorded like bots talking so that it looks like they're talking to somebody.
And actually have people, well, a few people getting banned and ban those people in your actual stream.
Yeah. No one would know.
Oh, the detective would have to crack some airtight timestamps.
That's the thing. It's like you would have to like, there would be, to pull it off, you'd have to like be planning way too far ahead. Which, by the way, that's a joke. I just stole that joke. I just realized from Thor, because Thor has made that joke from Pirate Software. No, somebody said that joke to Thor, and he's like, "Yeah, but here's the problem. My lawn has the one thing VTubers can't do." And everybody's like, "Oh, what's that, Thor? Touch grass." To which point I look out in my backyard. That's an entire fucking forest. With a gravel path that I have to walk on to get into my house. It's like, haha, checkmate, motherfucker. I touch grass every day. It still doesn't work.
Good crazy.
And I'm betting I'm talking shit, and I'm gonna have my roommate pop in and go, "Shut the fuck up."
Here's that instantly says it.
I know I'm talking just enough shit that he might, just to be funny.
I'm drawing the nether. There's so much netherrack.
Could I play that song? I'm sorry, a squig what? I'm gonna put that on a save to watch later. It's technically... This is that annoying situation of I don't know if I could play that song. I could send it to you. Where are you at? Here. There. God, it came out the same year as that? Fuck. You know what? Screw the nether.
What, screw the nether?
Yes. Well, it's
I
back
agree.
when everybody was making like Minecraft parody songs.
I agree to that statement.
To be fair, the Nether's actually kind of good now, but still.
Oh, it's terrifying when you don't know what you're doing.
Well, I've been also playing since literally... I've been playing since literally they added the fucking Nether. I was playing back when they used to call the enchanted golden apples notch apples.
I think I was playing when you were able to craft notch apples with golden block.
Well, you for the longest, yeah. Well, I was. That's why I'm saying I was playing back when they first implemented those. Actually, I think the Nether had already been a thing for a while because I think I started playing on Xbox 360. The Xbox 360 version when it first came out. Yeah, because I started on Xbox 360 and then I paid for the PC version and started playing that version. But I think I had played it on a friend's PC like a few months before that. For a little while. And they had just started adding like multiplayer server at that point. Yeah, back when Notch wasn't a horrible person.
Also, you know these little strawberry candies?
Hmm?
Little strawberry candies that have the strawberry wrapper.
Oh, the old school granny candy. Like every grandma, as soon as they reach a certain age, the candy just mysteriously appears in their fucking cupboard for no reason.
I wonder if that actually happens to someone, and they're like, "Wait, when did I buy these?"
I could honestly picture some grandkids were screwing with their grandma when she reached a certain age just to put them in her house and be like, "What the fuck?"
But yeah, I'm drawing the Nether as
And all the netherrack looks like that candy.
Yeah, I have a lot of lava balls. The only tricky part is getting the shading just right.
You know the upside to being a demon? Lava baths. They're just like regular baths. Just warmer. Is that a way to try and encourage some fan art of that? Maybe.
Ooh. Nah, me.
Fuck. What do you mean infinite? What do you mean infinite milk? Do I look like I'm wearing a cow suit? Moo. Fuck. In the End came out 23 years ago.
Also, Nami, all you have to do is ask me. I can try to draw something like
Sweetie, there's a few people I could ask for fan art, and I'm pretty sure they would do it if I asked. I just feel bad for asking for free art. I don't mind entering content. Oh my god. Fuck, fruit. Okay. That's a mouthful. I have Twitter up while I'm letting paint dry, and I was like, fuck.
I mean, I don't mind doing it.
There's like I said, I don't mind like giving the hint out for it, like, hey, that'd be funny, fan art. But at the same time, I'm not asking for fan art. It's like if I really have an art idea I want drawn, I will save up the money and get it commissioned.
But until then, it's just hinting and hoping.
Pretty much. Well, if I was big enough and I knew I could say, you know, it'd be really cool fan art. Just to see if somebody did it.
Checking a chicken feed constantly.
No, I actually just saw a cookie recipe, or at least I thought it was a cookie recipe. It's like, no, it's just buying cookies. I'm like, no.
I want cookies.
Because you know what I thought it was?
What?
I thought it was those, you know, those cookies that you see at like Wally World and places like that, the Toll House cookies, the really soft sugar cookies. I thought it was a recipe on how to make the. They're the cookies that everybody always brings to like potlucks or like school gatherings. They're the really soft cookies with like the frosting on top.
All those things.
Those
Oh
are called
my
Toll House
goodness,
cookies.
I love those things. Oh my goodness. They taste terrible, but they taste amazing.
Nobody.
At the
It's like
same
that's the
time.
thing. Everybody says the same thing. It's like everybody hates them, but at the same time, you always catch yourself eating like half the box.
I know. I don't know what it is.
It's sugar.
I
Those cookies are
remember,
literally just fucking sugar.
The thing is, I remember, thanks to those cookies, I remember one specific
Are they called Toll House cookies?
weird. Like, I remember one specific weird memory where I was, like, I think we were checking out a property or something, and I went inside. Oh man, that was a weird memory. But,
Soft
remember
cookies
having
with ice
cookies
cream.
today.
They are called. Sorry, no, they're not called Toll House. They're called Loft House cookies. They are a pain in the ass to make because you have to have. They're one of those ones you actually have to have. Oh no, apparently they're not. I just say that and I look and I'm like, nope, they're actually not that hard. I thought you had to make them in a stand mixer or something. Yeah, they're a sugar cookie, but
Man.
they're really soft sugar cookies. I would just buy frosting unless it's like a specific frosting. Yeah, let's see here. How much sugar? 13% of the cookie is sugar.
to be fair, it aren't most confectionaries.
My s'mores cookies I make, I use stevia. I don't use sugar. I use stevia and I make my own homemade brown sugar. Like, the closest you could say I have to sugar is the brown sugar I mix, the molasses I mix with the stevia to make homemade brown sugar. But yeah, no, my s'mores cookies I've made a couple of times that I posted on stream, on Discord, those use stevia. And I use dark chocolate.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm. I think the closest you could say I put to anything sugar is the puff, is the jet puff, or marshmallow fluff.
Oh, that's the. Oh my god.
Because you can't make sugar-free marshmallows.
I would like to see someone try with all their might. Someone with a pass.
There are sugar-free marshmallows, but you have to like make them slightly different, and they're a pain in the ass. They're technically a pain in the ass to make. It's the Time Warp!
Hmm?
The song that's playing, it's the Time Warp, but it's a lo-fi beats version. I was like, wait, why does this song sound familiar?
For some reason, I had a thought to just instead of put lava falls, put waterfalls.
Well, it's the Nether, you have to have lava.
Just make it tiring.
You know the sad part is when I first started playing Minecraft, you could put water in the Nether.
You were.
It wouldn't spread. You could only
Hold
put
on.
in like.
You were that far back into Minecraft?
Yes,
Good.
I told you. I was playing on the original Xbox 360 when it first released version, which was a more stable version of the Nether, but you could still technically put water in the Nether for like a little while. It would do weird things in the Nether because it wouldn't spread necessarily, but you could.
Oh. Huge. Well,
But yeah, no, yeah. Sweetie, I'm like 30. Remember, I'm 31. I have a good 10 years on you.
Melon likey.
You had to tell me. You had to tell me you were 19.
Yeah.
I have a secret. Yeah, and Rajanka's like, I have a secret stash of those Loft House cookies.
Don't tell us, because they will be gone in a second.
Oh, they're more than likely in the bottom drawer of his underwear drawer. They're more than likely in the bottom drawer of his dresser.
Oh well, I'm on the way.
Or they're under his bed.
You better. You hear that, Rajanka?
You mean the
I'm
three
coming
place?
for
You mean the three potential places a guy could store stuff?
I'm coming for those cookies, Rajanka. You better hide them better.
Alright. Do we want to finish this guy up tonight, or do we want to save his clothes for Monday? I think we might. I think we might come in and oil wash the hair and then come in with a different white. Just to kind of give it some interesting tonnage. Because I also notice we're at 3 hours. I also don't have technically work till tomorrow. Oh god. Somebody, a voice actor, somebody who can do voice acting or just really good impersonations is ordering the Krabby Patty as Plankton. I'm like, ha, funny. Which is even funnier because it's just a Dave's. It's just a normal Dave's. It's just a normal Dave's meal burger. I think it's got special sauce or something on it. Compared to normal. Alright, so do we want to go for another little bit and maybe start working on the skin tone, or do we want, I say we save him for Monday, because then I can start getting the other girls ready for Monday too. I can actually print them out and get them ready.
You hear that, girls? You have some prep work to do.
Oh, I just had to get the files on the printer. And that's because it's one of those things where I now have tomorrow, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I literally could get up tomorrow. I could literally, because I'm off tomorrow, get up, do the couple of things I was intending to do tomorrow, come home, get all the files on the printer, start printing them before. Either start printing them tomorrow. I could either, when I end stream, get them ready. I really don't feel like editing files right now.
Edit files.
No, because it's like it's going to be like an extra hour of staying up. Instead, I could go watch a movie or something before I go to bed.
Good. Stay up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I tried.
Well, it's just one of those things where it's like I could keep painting this guy for a while, but it's like at the same time I got all the main stuff that needed to be done on him. We had to do the hair a little bit more. His clothing is going to be pretty much quick and simple. Because I just need to figure out what I'm going to paint his open shirt. The pants are going to be blue jeans. Boots are going to be brown boots. Alright, let's see how. Let's see how. who shall we get ready to raid? Unless someone would like to recommend.
Hold on, give me a sec.
Sorry, I was just waiting for somebody to comment, because it's like, I'm going to just be able to do that now whenever I feel like. Let's see here. Booby Queen. I don't know if she's got raids set up. She's doing art. We've got La Bandita Rosa, who's just chatting, which means I think she just started. We have got Pimjack playing Darktide. And Goblin Mommy, I think she's playing Katamari.
Hey. You had me at Goblin Mommy.
I'm looking. We also have somebody who's playing the Silent Hill 2 remake. We got our buddy Micah, who's also painting models. Let's see here. We've also got Louise the Beastly and Liar Bee. It's just they're playing games, and Louise the Beastly is playing Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. I always try and raid some... Oh, we've got Lady Mizuki playing more Diablo 4. She's one of those people where she's got so many viewers, I would almost say no to rating her right now when we rating her, but at the same time, we haven't done La Bandita Rosa in a while. We haven't done Pimjack in a very long time. You're saying Goblin Mommy? Alright, we'll do Goblin Mommy. I feel like we did her recently. I need to find my sheet and start re-record and go back to recording these, because I try not to repeat people over like a 2-week period, unless there's like nobody on. What I need to do is I need to start making a list of like I need to start doing that. Give me your Twitch, and I'll basically make a list of all these people, and it's just like have a spinner where I spin it and we just randomly raid somebody if they're on.
Yeah.
Well, because then I can... Because if I remember right, it's either my viewers or their viewers, or I think it's vice versa, both go towards our viewer count now of becoming like a partner, or at least affiliate. I don't remember. Yeah. But tomorrow will be a Blue Twitch stream. I don't know what we're going to play. We're for sure going to play the update to a certain beat game that we like to play over there, because they just finally added the last of the main characters, which means we're probably going to start getting level 2 and 3 soon. Other than that, I'll see if there's a horror game, a spooky horror game. I'm saying that with a W on the front, that we can play on tomorrow. If not, we'll find something to do. Why is that set to $3.95? That should be $400. What the hell?
What the heck?
I'll fix that later. Well, it's $3.56 to $3.95. I'm like, that's supposed to be $400. Why is that broken? Alright, but I hope you all get a good rest. I hope you all have a good evening. If I don't see you...
have a lovely...
May you all have a lovely night. We're probably going to try and do the... Friday night will probably become our night where we do the monster movie night, the Monster Mania nights. I don't have a movie planned yet. We might do a double feature, we might not. We'll see my mood. But I will see you all later. Bye, my lovelies.
And like that.
Did she just
did that.
end?
That's why the raid vest here. Thought that was taking a second. Hey Nami, it's okay. It's okay.
Yep, she just ended her. Damn it.
It's okay.